Man, y'all already know this week's episode is brought to y'all the return of the greatest rap group of all time. Migos. Yeah, I said it. The greatest rap group of all times have returned this week with Culture 3. For one, I feel like if you're a real hip-hop fan, I ain't say hip-hop, if you're a real rap fan, if you a real trap fan, let's go on, pick Amigo or pick the group page and apologize, because I'm 100% positive you thought they was washed, you thought they was done, it was over. I'm going to be honest, I'm one of them people. I'm very hypocritical of the Migos because I'm a diehard fan. I'm talking about from the first time I ever heard the Migos, it was Gucci, Young Scooter, and the Migos on the song, and the joint was called Homes. And after that day, that's when I fell in love with the group, pause no homo, and I thought that them niggas was like Baby Gucci Man, but it was like three of them in one. Like, it was like three of them and they remind you of this one person. And that's when I thought the Migos was that. So from going from there to where they was at with Culture 2, it was kind of like, it left a bitter taste in your mouth. I really wasn't a fan of it. It was like, of course they had two huge songs on Culture 2, but Culture 3, I feel like is the return, the essence of the Migos, where the Migos are the Migos. And you could be like, nah, this why we love the Migos. This why they the hottest group. This why people comparing them to the Beatles. This why they the new generation of Atlanta. So I definitely want to say here, I want to apologize. I feel like you listening, you watching me right now, you probably should pick one of them and apologize, because I know you probably thought they was done too. And like I said, this week's episode is brought to you by the return of the greatest rap group of all times, Migos. Let's get right into it. The first song was cool, but I'm skipping it. I'm going to go right to the very song that I'm sure if you a Drake fanatic like I am, first song you're going to run to. And even if you know Drake and Migos collabos, the first song you're going to run to as soon as you seen Culture 3 was the Drake and Migos joint. Quay having his way. Take having his way, like the third Migo I take. Like I said, I don't be remembering rap songs. I done played that song 100 times and I still probably fumbling the words around, but I don't care. That song was pure fire. And last week when I told y'all, if you gonna get a feature from somebody, and this was when I was talking about the Baby and Dirk joint, and I was like, if you gonna get a feature from somebody like the Travis Scott joint, didn't sound like a feature. So it's like, you don't need it. But this Drake and Migos joint sound like a goddamn Drake song. And then it is just, he put the essence of it. Sound like a Drake song, but he put it into it fits and it makes sense for the Migos. So for people who not even super familiar, I'm gonna take it back even a little bit for y'all. I don't know if you're a diehard Migos fan, you remember when Skipper the Flipper and them used to be with them. And he always used to say having his way. We having our way, something. So that's why he's like, Quay having his way. So that just lets you know how tapped in Drake is with just what goes on in different pockets and culture of the music business. Because like I said, this was a word that they were using heavily when fucking Skipper the Flipper used to be around him. I don't even know when the last time I seen Skipper the Flipper with Amigo. So that's how long ago it was. But the fact that Drake could remember that and turn that into a hook, man, that shit just fit perfectly. Like, there's no way in hell. Like, even how he did it, because it's just like how people probably try to act like Takeoff ain't still that nigga. And like I said, if you're a real Migos fan, Offset, for a lot of the Migos' biggest hits before Bad and Bougie, Takeoff was on the hook. It was just Quavo and Takeoff. But just Bad and Bougie was so big to the mainstream, a lot of y'all probably forget. But go back and watch the original Bando video. And I'm not even talking about the original one. I'm talking about the original one when they signed the QC. They had free Offset shirts on. It was just Quavo and Takeoff. I don't know how people mysteriously forget that, but even the way he made it, like, the third member of the Migos I take. So for just niggas who act like it ain't another nigga in the group, nah, like the third nigga I take. But that shit was amazing. I don't care what a nigga talking about. And I want to emphasize on, for any rappers that's watching this, are you thinking about putting out a song when big dogs drop? And you might think you a big dog, and this is a shot to Megan Thee Stallion, French Montana, whoever the fuck else dropped on the same day as the Migos. Bro, it don't make sense, because we as like niggas is going. The reason why the numbers don't probably equal up and they didn't catch a #1 album this week is because of the contemplation of, like what I just said. People probably thought that they was washed. People was kind of like, some people may not have been anticipating it as much as the diehard Migo fans. But let's be real, I don't get caught up on the numbers, because like I told y'all last week, Polo G probably gonna do way more numbers than the Migos. He gonna get the #1 album of the week. But let's be real, if we can all be honest with ourselves, that Polo G album ain't fucking with that Culture 3. No shape and form. And it's not a diss to Polo G. It was a cool album, but the replay value, I'm talking about like song for song, it ain't fucking with that junk. And it's not, like I said, it's no discredit to him because his feature on the Migos album was fucking perfect. That nigga snapped on that junk. So I'm sure that's not his fault. He probably already had his date and he was just setting in his way of what he was, the day he was going to drop. But my thing of it is just like, oh, okay, French Montana put out a junk. Tiger put out a banger last week. And matter of fact, the Megan Thee Stallion song that she put out, if she put that shit out a different fucking week, I promise you that shit would have been trending. That shit would have been all on Twitter. All the girls would have been dancing to it on Instagram. But this is the Migos. It's Culture 3, and you come out the very second song when the fucking album is a real live Drake and Migos fucking collaboration. I'm not gonna listen to too much other shit, especially if you just a casual music fan. I'm not gonna get to all that shit. I'm gonna fall in love with one song and I'm gonna play it the whole entire weekend. And they had a whole project. I had to force myself to get all the way to the Pop Smoke joint just because I knew that Pop Smoke was on there, so I wanted to hear that song. But I kept replaying certain jonts. Like, I'm like, damn, this shit cranked so hard. I had to keep replaying it. So it's just like, some songs I feel like went on deaf ears last weekend. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure like Polo G obviously has a fan base, and that's why he gonna have the #1 album this week. But if we compare, and which is hip hop, so we gonna do it, and he dropped on the same day. Let's even compare fucking features. Like, and that's something when I sit here and say, make sure if you're gonna get a feature from somebody, make it sound like that song. I mean, make it actually sound like one of their songs. And let's compare the Polo G Pop Smoke feature to the Migos Pop Smoke feature. Like, that Polo G John was like, all right, cool. But that Migos Pop Smoke feature, it made me be like, damn, he really got took too soon because this shit just sound great. He sounded amazing with them. Like, and him and Quavo got a lot of features together, but literally listening to that jump sound like a Pop Smoke song, and it made you really be, like, it made you miss him and be like, damn, he really had the potential of being a real live superstar. That's not no gas, because it's some rappers, when they pass, you listen to their music, it make you sad. But when you listen to Pop Smoke, it still sound like he alive, and you just keep wondering like, damn, what's the next song he gonna drop? And whole time, we don't know because he is already deceased, but it's just let you know how, that to me, when they picked them features on that album, every last one of them Jones made sense. Even to the Justin Bieber jump, it made sense. To the Juice WRLD, it made sense. It sounded like a Juice WRLD song. It sounded like a Justin Bieber song. Like, none of those songs. And I'm not about to sit here and act like the whole jump. Like, the birthday song was cool, but I feel like that's something for the girls. I'm not mad at them for adding that in there. And even realistically, I was hypocritical with Straightening when it first came out. I really wasn't feeling it because, like I said, let's say you going on a 2-year hiatus. But I'm not gonna say, because they did put out the NBA Youngboy jump. But again, this is like when I think why rappers shouldn't take breaks. Outside of Nicki Minaj, I feel like that benefited her a lot. But realistically, rappers shouldn't take breaks because now, when the bar is set so high for you, when you come back with a okay song or a cool song, you may have lost momentum. So niggas ain't feeling it like they should, because that Straightening jump, I listening to it in the flow of the album, like coming right after it come off the Drake jump, I'm like, oh damn, this song y'all like tight, it do crank a little bit. But I really wasn't feeling it when they just dropped it as a Lucy, because it was like, it was cool, but it wasn't what I was looking for. After I'm already in the mood and I'm hyped up and I done played the Drake jump back like 10 times, and then I get to the Straightening jump and I'm actually listening to it now, and then I'm like, oh, hold up. Oh, Lil Baby posted a joke on his Insta story because Quavo sent some bars his way. Like, that nigga said, nah, nigga, we not about to act, you not about to pull up and act like we cool. Nah, we not, nigga, we gonna get this shit straightened. So for people who probably maybe missed it, because of course, if you are the casual listener, you really not listening to words, the beat slap, the hook crank, and they know how to ride the melody, so you may miss what he's saying. Quavo definitely sent some shit Lil Baby way, and it probably went over most people's head because physically, Lil Baby and Quavo and them never got into it. But if you remember, maybe a year and some change ago, it was rumors around in Atlanta saying that Offset got jumped by Lil Baby and some of his people in a club or some shit. They got into an altercation. So Quavo addressing it on the song make you be like, you may not pay it no attention, but now you put 2 and 2 together. Okay, fucking Lil Baby put the joint on his Insta story saying ain't nothing but a little bit of straighten with the crying emojis and this, that, and the third. Now you get it. But it's cool. And that go maybe even play a part why you didn't see the Migos at fucking P birthday party. Niggas, now I'm not gonna kick here with a nigga that we got smoked with, and I appreciate them niggas as a group. Is all for one, one for all. I mean, we know whatever the story is when they put their hands on the blogger, nigga. That's just what it is. It is what it is, nigga. We a group, we a gang, we family, nigga. It is. If you beefing with one of us, you beefing with all of us. You gonna get it how you feel. But let's get back into this album. Like I said, Straightening. In the flow of the album, song fit perfectly. It make me have a newfound love for the song. I fuck with the jump. I'm like, all right, cool. I appreciate the song more. But that again, sometimes that just goes with certain songs. It's like when you take those breaks, them singles ain't gonna hit as hard as they should if you consistently always dropping music, especially when you drop music that doesn't have a lot of substance. Let's be real. Migos not sitting here telling you their lifelong stories and giving you heartbreaking music. They giving you shit to turn up to the club to, go to the fucking gym, work out, and really motherfucking enjoy your summer. So the timing that they drop is perfectly, because this, for I don't know where all y'all live at, I'm in the DMV. This was realistically the first weekend when all clubs are back open to full capacity, staying open until 3 a.m. This album fucking fit perfectly. So it was just like the perfect timing with it. So I guess, I mean, like I said, I'm happy that the Migos is back and they grabbing their crown and they did not disappoint. Like I literally said, if they got, let's say how many songs on here, it is 19. Out of 19, they may have 3 skips. And it may be just 3 skips because the songs is more catered to women, not 3 skips because they 3 bad songs. Not at all. But let me get back into the jumps that I really fuck with. That Cardi jump, yo, let me tell you something. I fuck with when I could hear a hard verse from Cardi where it's not really on some bubblegum shit. And I feel like she finds a great pocket when she rap with the Migos. That type shit song to me is gonna definitely be one of the jumps that they go crazy in the club. I'm not gonna be mad even if some clubs just go straight to the Cardi part. It's cool. I feel like that's just a great song. I feel like I said, the Migos really found their pocket on this album to like. Man, bro, Culture 3 Culture 3 brought back the feeling of Culture where you wouldn't be mad if they sit here and come out with a Culture 4. After Culture 2, niggas was like, man, y'all stop. Y'all gonna fuck up the legacy of the name behind this shit. If they want to come back with a Culture 4 now, I'm 100% positive nobody will fucking be mad, because Culture 3 definitely brought back the classic feeling of Migos. I'm not saying it's a classic album, but I'm saying it is a classic Migos project. It is the definition of when you think of the Migos and what you want from the Migos, this Culture 3 project is it for sure. A song, modern day. And that was the jump that they was letting the snippets go off of. And let me tell you one thing about rappers, and very smart. Y'all know how to pick what part to let that fucking 60 seconds fly on Instagram. Because don't get me wrong, the song is cool, but that Offset verse on that motherfucker, this nigga lost his battle, that joke. That nigga went crazy to just the flow, and that's why we love the Migos, because they know how to pick the right flow on every song and ride the shit out of that beat and make that shit sound crazy. Like I said, I'm listening to a lot of these songs over and over. I don't even know what the fuck them niggas said in the shit. That's how perfectly they picked the flow. Outside of that straightening on that, for some reason, I don't know how I caught that bar that he was sending his way, but I caught it and that shit was on point. And I really fuck with the Future jump. And Amigos, and if you know any history in Atlanta, you know the Migos and Future really don't have a lot of songs together, especially not no songs that make sense where you kind of keep playing them. Like I feel like they got like punch-in jumps, like they may got a song and it was on somebody else's shit, or they got like a little just throwaway bullshit song. But no, this Migos and Future jump, no, this is a fucking Future and Migos fucking song. Again, when I say pick the right fucking feature and make sure it sound like the song that this person could have had on their own, man, this is the perfect Migos and Future fucking collaboration that you can ask for. Like I said, I felt like every feature that they picked perfectly made sense. The jump with them and Polo G, that shit was like that. And they was talking about some fucking, like, ain't 90% of y'all, we don't live in Cali. We ain't don't give a fuck about no Malibu shit, but that song cranked so hard, and the fucking flows and the punchlines and all that shit on the song, it made sense. It was perfectly fit. I feel like this Migos album set them back up to fucking tell niggas, this sucking like they can kiss my ass. And I know we all have those moments when motherfuckers give up on you. That's just like if you playing sports and niggas be like, oh, your career done, you watch. Perfect example, Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose had a hell of a comeback season this year. So it's like this for the Migos when niggas was probably picking sides in Atlanta. Even I seen the little Mount Rushmore head thing come up. And I said it like two episodes ago when I said, like, after Culture 3, let's reevaluate for when it was the 2010 to 2020 conversation on the Mount Rushmore. I'm like, if the Migos come with a hard Culture 3 jump, you may need to put them 3 niggas' face, like the way they got the album cover with their faces together, that need to be that last slot on that fucking Mount Rushmore jump. But I seen the jump when it came up in Atlanta, and it was Jeezy. I seen it was Jeezy, Rich Homie, Future, and I think Lil Baby. Bro, I fuck with Lil Baby. I stand out for Lil Baby just a week ago. But let's be real. Bro, he ain't fucking passing the Migos after this Culture 3. Like, let's get back into fucking reality. Them niggas got a shitload of hits. If they was doing the verses, Lil Baby wouldn't stand a chance. If it was a 20 jump like the regular verses setup, the Migos probably have spanked this nigga 15-5. Easily. And that may be just them being, if they playing nice, if they really get into their bag, they may get this nigga 17-3. Let's be real. So it's like, don't be caught up in the moment. I feel like that's how niggas do in music industry. Like, y'all niggas pick sides. Ain't nowhere in hell there's no Mount Rushmore for fucking Atlanta. And fucking one, Gucci Man ain't on that motherfucker. That's fucking retarded. You can put Jeezy and Gucci on there and Future and the fucking Migos. Like, everybody, I know everybody love Thug, but let's be real. That'd probably be a hell of a battle. If it was Thug versus Migos, that's a hell of a battle. You can't really be mad at nobody for saying whatever. But just jumping out there and rushing, getting caught in the moment. Like I said, I love Lil Baby. I feel like Lil Baby has the talent and the skill level to be one of the biggest and greatest niggas that ever come from the A. But don't fucking force it. And I feel like because the Migos got cold, and I can even put a little bit of blame on P. He might have picked sides. Like if it was kids, Lil Baby seemed like he was their favorite kid. But bro, after Culture 3, ain't no picking sides, ain't none of that shit. Nigga, the Migos is the fucking Migos. They are back into the real conversation of being the greatest rap group of all fucking times. Stop fucking playing with them. Put some respect on their shit. This project is literally, like I said, if it's 18 songs, it may be 3 skips on there. And that's just, and if you widow female, it may not be no skips on that jump. Every feature made sense. I feel like this was a perfect project to start off the fucking summertime with. And I feel like the Migos is back. You can debate me, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want. Like I said, man, Almighty Migos is back. Schmigos!